So I put these blonde pieces of my hair back at the end of August and they're doing pretty well, I would say still. Maybe next time they'll be due to be brought up a little more and touched up higher up because they're getting so long. But for right now, I think they're pretty perfect. They frame my face really nicely and blend in here nicely. So we're just gonna be doing a basic touch-up. First thing we'll do is a touch-up on my roots because they are showing quite a bit here. And then of course juice up the real bright red and then juice up the transition orange into the yellow that goes on the very tips right here by my face and on the ends over here. So we'll get all of that touched up. So there's four different colors we're going to be putting in. For my roots, I use a permanent color with a 20 volume developer. This is from Pulp Riot's permanent color line. I use the 466 red and I boost it with the 66 red booster, and I mix some of that up and I hit just the roots of my hair just to get the color down. And then for the next part of my hair, kind of this part here, and for my fringe up front here, for the most part, I put a little orange on the bottom of them, but it's mostly that deep red. I use the Pulp Riot semi-permanent hair color in Fireball. It's a deposit only, and so it's a single step, and this doesn't have to be mixed, comes straight out of the tube into the bowl and onto my hair. And then for the orange and the yellow, I use a couple colors from the Pulp Riot Neon line. I use the Nuclear semi-permanent color and Satire semi-permanent color, so an orange and a red. So you get this effect with them here. So you can see all three of them. They're super fun. I love Pulp Riot. They've been a wonderful color line to play with, and I loved that they added these permanent colors into their line. They just keep getting more and more products, and I'm really excited to see what they keep coming out with because everything has been just a win so far. When I bleach my hair, I used their bleach that they make. I think it's their clay lightener. I use that one. It's really good. It doesn't scorch my scalp and it's not too fragrant. It doesn't have a lot of fumes. It's very strong. It's very consistent color all the way through. I don't get like hot spots of blonde. It takes it out really evenly. So I'm gonna get started on that, but first I have a haircut that kind of has an undercut hiding underneath it, and I've been letting this undercut grow for the last couple times, and I'm kind of over it. I really like when this hair is gone off of my temples and it just like opens up my face so much more, and then with my fringe here it just like pulls everything up and it's just such a nice optical illusion. So I'm gonna pull my hair back with clips and I'm going to buzz just right here. Eventually all of this will grow out into an actual micro bob again, and then I'll be able to pull everything up and buzz all the way around and have my complete undercut again. The haircut I had asked my stylist for was kind of a short do that would get the hair out of my face and off my neck and out of my business during the summertime when it was warm out, and would grow itself naturally into my classic undercut bob eventually. So it's doing that perfectly. All I have to do is touch up these sides, buzz them down whenever I want to. I don't even have to if I don't want to, but I do like that lift again. And then I also get the back of my neck and I buzz that because it gets really yucky. And I have this neckline, it's super low. Like every time Benjamin cuts my hair, he takes the cape off and there's always hair still under the cape line. So like that's how far my neckline grows down. So I don't like it. And so I'm always constantly buzzing my neck. So I'm going to pin my hair back and buzz that part first and buzz the back of my neck first, and then we'll be right back. now we're ready to mix up the color for my roots. All right, here we go. So, the hardest part about doing this hair is making sure that the permanent color doesn't get on the lighter parts. It's not perfect, but it kind of ends up working its way out, because if any of the permanent color does get onto those parts, it washes out eventually. So my hair color is kind of always changing and looking different every time I wash it. People comment and think I did something different to it, but it's just the color just changes, kind of like the fall colors, every time I wash it. So it's just a little bit different. So now I'm gonna go in with the semi-permanent colors and do that on the rest of the hair. Color applied. So the last thing I do is I put my little cap on and I let it sit for a long time. All right, time to rinse. Let's do it. And you can see here, this is the finished hair, all rinsed out, nice and clean. You can see that the yellow doesn't really show yet. It'll show up a little more later. Here it is dried. You can see a little more of the yellow on the ends now. But as I wash it, more of the yellow comes through. Like I said, people think I change it all the time, but I don't. It just fades. And now here comes the real magic. These two things, my Moroccan oil and my flat iron, look at what my flat iron does. Like, people who just think my hair comes out of my head like this, they're absolutely wrong. This hair takes a lot of convincing to do what it does. A lot. So you can see here that I had to wash my hair the very next day because I did housework really hard and I ended up needing to shower. So you can see that with another wash, the orange and the yellow are already starting to poke through even more, and they will continue to poke through more as I shampoo the hair through the life of this cycle of it. So that's it. That's how I do my hair.